A lot of people have wondered this, but the real answer is usually more interesting than the myth. Have you ever wondered why your childhood summers felt like they lasted forever, but now your entire year vanishes in a blink? This isn't just in your head. There's a biological and psychological framework behind it. Today, we're breaking down why time accelerates as we age and, more importantly, how you can actually reclaim your days. Alright, let's start with the most common mathematical explanation for why time feels like it's accelerating. It's all about the ratio of a year compared to your total life experience. When you're 5 years old, 1 year represents a massive 20% of your entire existence. By the time you're 50, that same year is only 2% of your life. This proportional difference makes each passing unit of time feel significantly shorter relative to the vast library of memories you've already built. It's the fundamental reason why a single summer feels like an epic to a child. Human perception doesn't work in a straight line. We perceive many things, including time, on a logarithmic scale. This means the jump from age 10 to 20 feels roughly as long as the jump from 20 to 40 and 40 to 80. Understanding this helps you realize why the latter half of your life seems to zip by compared to your school years. It's a trick of perspective that happens to everyone. The brain records new experiences with high detail, but it glosses over things it has seen 1,000 times. In youth, almost everything is a first, which creates dense, detailed memories that make time feel expanded. As we age and stop having firsts, our brain stops recording as much detail, leading to a thin memory of the year. This lack of detail makes the past year feel like it never happened. It isn't just psychological math. Our physical bodies actually change how we process the ticks of the clock as we age. Your internal pacemaker is closely tied to your metabolism and heart rate. Children have faster heart rates and faster metabolisms, which means their internal clocks tick more times within a standard minute. As your metabolism slows down with age, your internal clock slows down too, making the external world seem to move faster around you. It's like a slow-motion camera finally speeding back up to real time. As we age, the neural pathways in our brains grow more complex and, eventually, slightly less efficient at transmitting signals. Because an older brain processes fewer images per second than a younger brain, time appears to pass more quickly. It's similar to a computer with a slower frame rate. You miss the micro details, making the overall transition feel abrupt. This is a natural biological shift, not necessarily a sign of decline. Studies have shown that our perception of time can change based on our core body temperature. When you have a fever, time often feels like it's dragging because your internal processes are sped up. Since children generally have higher resting body temperatures and more active thermoregulation, their baseline for a second is different than a senior's. This subtle physical difference contributes to the lifelong shift in how we feel the hours. One of the biggest culprits of missing time is the way we structure our adult lives around efficiency and habits. Adults strive for efficiency, which usually means turning tasks into habits that require zero conscious thought. While this is great for productivity, it's terrible for time perception because the brain deletes routine information to save energy. If your commute, your work, and your evening are the same every day, your brain treats the whole week as a single short event. You aren't losing time, your brain just isn't saving the footage. When we're stressed or juggling too many responsibilities, we focus entirely on the next thing rather than the now. This constant forward-looking state prevents us from encoding the present moment. High cognitive load acts like a fast-forward button because we aren't actually present for the minutes as they pass. This is why a busy month at work feels like it disappeared in a weekend. Most people over 40 have extremely vivid memories of their late teens and early 20s, a phenomenon called the reminiscence bump. This happens because that period is packed with identity forming firsts, first job, first car, first serious relationship. Because these memories are so vivid, they take up more space in our mental timeline, making that short period feel longer than the subsequent 2 decades combined. It creates a skewed sense of how fast the present is moving. Now that we know why it happens, let's look at how you can actually fight back and make your weeks feel longer and richer. The most effective way to slow down time is to introduce newness into your life. You don't need to skydive every day. Even small changes like taking a new route to work or trying a new hobby force your brain to pay attention. When the brain is learning, it records more data, which stretches your perception of time. Aim for 1 micro novelties every day to break the routine blur. Time feels fast when we're on autopilot. Practicing mindfulness, simply noticing the sensations of the present moment, forces the brain to encode the now. By spending 5 minutes a day truly observing your surroundings, you create a mental anchors that prevents the day from slipping away. It's a free, safe way to increase your life densities without changing your schedule. Many people feel their weekends fly by because they spend them recovering in front of a screen. To make a weekend feel longer, Do something active and out of the house on Saturday morning. By creating a distinct, non-routine memory early on, you provide your brain with a landmark that makes the entire 48-hour period feel more substantial. It's about creating quality footage for your brain to store. Our retrospective view of time is based on how many memories we can recall. If you don't document your life, your brain defaults to the nothing happened setting. Keeping a simple one-sentence journal or taking one unique photo a day provides a hooks for your memory. When you look back at the end of the month, those hooks make the month feel long and full, rather than a blank space. The sensation of time speeding up is a natural part of the human experience, but it isn't something you're helpless against. By understanding the math of aging and the biology of your brain, you can use novelty and mindfulness to stretch your days. The goal isn't to live longer, but to make the life you have feel as wide and deep as possible. If this helped you see your schedule in a new light, like and subscribe to I Wonder Why. We're here to help you understand the why behind everyday life so you can make better decisions about how you spend your most valuable resource, your time. If you liked this, leave the next why question in the comments.